honorable course faculties, Shima Rani Sarkar Madam, as well as Dr. Tabassum Amina Madam. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Engineer Farseem Riasat from Dhaka 10 cohort of Teach for Bangladesh, and currently I'm doing Masters in BRAC. And today, in this course, I would like to deliver a speech on Begum Rokeya Sakhawat Hossain. So, dear audience, you can see this is the roadmap of my presentation. First of all, I will give a short introduction about Begum Rokeya. Secondly, I will deliver a speech. Why is she my inspiration? What are the rationales because of which I have selected her as a topic? Then thirdly, I will describe the condition of Muslim women during the time of Begum Rokeya. Then after that, the background, the context of her activities, which is very much important in order to understand. After that, I will describe a great contribution of Begum Rokeya. And finally, I will deliver my own personal reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look who was Begum Rokeya. Actually, I'm not going to read out the slides, but I would like to focus on 2 points, the date of birth as well as the date of departure. If we observe, then we can see one point is clear to all of us, that is 19th century. It means Begum Rokeya was present in this world in 19th century. Very much important point. That means as an educator, as a social reformer, all of our contributions is related to 19th century. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look to these two pictures. These two pictures are showing us the information about the Muslim women in 19th century. That means during the time of Begum Rokeya, right in the Indian subcontinent. What was the conditions of it during that period? Let's have a look. During that time, there was too much religious bigotry and prejudice. For example, the women were not allowed to get outside from their houses, let alone formal education. They were never allowed. That means the women in Muslim families were not allowed to go to the school, colleges, and universities. Why? Because they thought that there is no importance of female education. Even if I would like to mention, they for the whole day they used to stay in their own houses and used to read only Arabic language and Urdu language. Why? Because in order to become a pure housewife, it is their mentality that only having the quality of reading the Holy Quran is enough. Actually, I would like to mention that although it is a matter of sorrow, but it is the fact that during that time, the Muslim families never realized the importance of female education as well as women empowerment. Now, a particular question can be asked. What was the contribution of Begum Rokeya? Begum Rokeya at first realized this particular point. She raised her voice against this particular male-dominated society, against this cheap mentality of the people. And for this reason, she fought, she researched, and finally she became successful. And that's why, which touched my heart. And that's why I selected her in order to deliver a speech on her activities. Right, that's the rationale of my presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, another important point, you will be happy to know that Begum Rokeya is considered the first Bengali Muslim feminist in this whole Indian subcontinent. That means containing both West Bengal and also in Bangladesh also. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a little bit look to the background. That means what was the activities through which Begum Rokeya contributed in our society. First of all is the number one, through her writings, through her literature, she raised her voice is the number one. Second important point is she established the first India's school for the Muslim girls, and still now this school is present in Calcutta. These two contributions are drastically highlighted and remarkable, which will keep her alive in her heart until the destruction of this world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's look to this slide. Some writings of Begum Rokeya. Begum Rokeya was inspired by her husband and she wrote a good number of novels. And among them, some important are Oborod Bashini, Poddorak, Motichur, Sultana's Dream, and also many others. Now, a particular question can be asked that what is the relationship between the writings of Begum Rokeya and the education sector? Yes, there is a point. You know that at that time was the literature, For example, at present, we write in Facebook, we write in social media. Sometimes it creates a movement. During that time, it was the age of literature. And I would like to mention in her writings, she focused the importance of female education. She focused feminism. She focused gender equality. She also focused the right of education, the right of women. At the same time, she also raised her voice against the male-dominated society, which just creates fire in that particular time in the whole Indian subcontinent. And by this, through her writing, she contributed in our society, she contributed in our culture, she contributed in this whole Indian subcontinent, especially among the Muslim families, among the ladies of the Muslim families. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's look these slides. The great contribution of Begum Rokeya in the female education. I would like to mention in the year of 1909, unfortunately, her husband, who was a deputy magistrate, left this world. And basically, he was Khan Bahadur Sakawat Hossain, and Sakawat Hossain was added to Begum Rokeya. And Begum Rokeya loved him very much. And that's why, in the memory of her husband, she established this school. And this is the first Muslim girls' school in this India, I would like to mention. And I would like to let me tell you a story. Initially, when she started this school in Bhagalpur of Bihar, she was suffering from land-related problem, family problem, and that's why she moved from Bhagalpur to Kolkata. Now, this school is situated in Kolkata, and officially it was established in 1911 with only 8 number of students. Just after 4 years, within 4 years, from 8 number of students, it became 84. Just imagine. And in the year of 1930, this school was declared as a high school. Now, another important point I would like to share, as it was mentioned already, during that time, the Muslim families were not interested, were totally disinterested to send their girls, to send their students to the school. Now, a particular question can be asked that what Begum Rokeya did. Begum Rokeya moved from one place to another place. Begum Rokeya moved from one door to another door, from one house to another house. She convinced the guardian. She convinced the parents. She told them understand what is the importance of female education, why the females need to be educated, because females are the 50% in the society. If females are lagging behind, the whole nation will be lagging behind. He convinced the parents. Even up, I would like to add another important point. Many extremists, religious extremists, Muslim extremist scholars used to say in the Waz Mahfil that Begum Rokeya was against Islam religion, which is totally a wrong concept. I would like to mention that the guardian told that we want our students to wear hijab. Begum Rokeya managed horse carriages, and the traveling from house to school and vice versa will be done through those horse carriages for the female students, and that means Muslim female students. And thus, in this way, the formality of hijab according to Islam religion was also maintained in that school during that time. So it was totally a wrong concept. And I would like to mention that Begum Rokeya instructed the faculties not only to teach formal education such as Bengali, mathematics, Urdu, Arabic. At the same time, Begum Rokeya also instructed to teach those education which are necessary, practical education. For example, nursing, sewing, music, physical activity, cooking, home economics, etc., etc. Why? Because she understood very well that these are important in order to get a job, in order to create important, in order to earn money, which is the most important point. And I would like to mention this school is still present in Kolkata, and this is the great contribution of Begum Rokeya, and this is called transformation. This is the liberation. This is one of the greatest contribution of Begum Rokeya in the history of India for the Muslims, ladies, for the Muslim students. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's come to know regarding my personal reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see 2 pictures. One is Malala Yousafzai, another one is Captain Mona Sindhi. And you all know very well, Malala Yousafzai is the youngest Nobel laureate who got Nobel Prize only in the year of at the age of 17 years old in 2014 in Pakistan. And at the same time, Captain Mona Sindhi, she is the first Muslim hijabi lady in Australia Navy. Now look at these pictures. What we can see, both of them are wearing hijab. They are Muslims. They are also performing Islamic culture, Islamic traditions. Are they not established? Are they not successful? So this is completely a wrong concept which is situated in our society. Especially these are said by the extremist, some persons in the Waz Mahfil, such as that the women should not go to school, women should not do job, etc., etc. Finally, before finishing my speech, I would like to give one of the greatest example. Prophet Muhammad is considered the greatest person according to the Islam religion, the exemplary. The first wife of Prophet Muhammad, Khadija, she was a business tycoon. She was an educated person. She did business. Even up, I would like to mention Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also worked under her supervision. So it is completely a wrong concept that women cannot go to school, university, cannot work. So this is my personal reflection from my point of view. And with this, I would like to finish here. And all the references that which I have collected from various sources has been attested here. And with this a very short speech, I would like to finish here. Thank you. Thanks to everybody for hearing my speech with a very, very kind patient. Actually, since it's an online presentation, if any question is needed, I'm always ready to give the answer. Thank you so much and good night. Assalamu alaikum.